Hi, Robbie. Hi, Alan. Robbie, first, it feels like a big week for you.
Yeah, big week. Obviously delighted to be back in and around it. Got a good game on Thursday now. Get ourselves in a good place for the big one then. But yeah, really looking forward to it.
You feel like it's almost a rehearsal for you to get back into the team for the big one on Monday?
Maybe. I don't know. It's just hopefully I can get some minutes Thursday and show that I'm fit and ready to play. And like I said, I'll be looking forward to both games.
How do you feel physically at the moment?
Yeah, I feel really good. I feel fit, and like I said, this is a good week for me to show it and get myself back in the team, please God.
Was it a bit of a blow to your pride to not be in the squad last time out?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's disappointing when you're not. I've been around it for so long, and then due to lack of game time, it cost me the last couple of camps. So yeah, it was disappointing, and it did hurt, but. Like I said, I've done all I can to get myself back in. I'm back in now, and hopefully I can time it right and hopefully give a good account of myself this week.
You obviously feel you've got a lot to offer Ireland and Mick McCarthy.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a part to play in the team as well as the rest of the lads that are here. But no, it's an exciting week now. We've got a great opportunity, and hopefully we can. All push in the right direction and hopefully make something special happen come next week.
Alan, how are you approaching Thursday's game against New Zealand?
Yeah, looking forward to hopefully add another cap. And it gives us everybody a chance to impress, and you never know, might change the gaffer's mind for Monday.
How convinced are you that he has picked his team already, or that we'd be swayed by what happens Thursday?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what the team's going to be for Thursday yet. So I think we'll see how Thursday goes, and then we'll probably kind of get a feel over the next few days after that game.
In terms of training, I know you've only had one session, but is it an eye to purely Thursday, or is he looking at Monday as well in terms of what he's doing out there on the grass?
I know Monday's a big game, but still think the New Zealand game's it's first, so you have to treat it like a proper game, which it is. So I think everybody's just gearing up for Thursday, and then Monday we'll switch to Denmark after.
You're so used to being prepared for games, I would imagine, both of you, the opposition, you know them inside out, but New Zealand haven't played for 18 months, so there's not a lot on them, is there, to go on?
No, yeah, I don't really know much about them. I just know Tommy Smith, who was at Ipswich. I've been speaking to him for a little while. He's been back training at the club. So, yeah, he says they haven't been playing for a while, so it'll be interesting.
Robbie, you'll know one player in particular, won't you? Chris Wood, very well. What's he been saying?
No, he's not been saying much. He's looking forward to it. Obviously, I never played against him at international level before, with them being so far apart. But no, it'll be good. He's a very good player, and he's in a great run of form as well. So it'll be a good test for our defence now come Thursday.
Just on another matter, you've probably seen what happened with Raheem Sterling, who's been sort of left out of the England team for Thursday's game after a bust-up. You may not want to go into it individually, but how have you seen managers deal with bust-ups that happen behind the scenes at get-togethers, whether that be club level or international level?
Each are different in different situations, circumstances, I think, but I wouldn't say it. Everything's made a big deal nowadays. I'm sure the lads will sort it out themselves and they'll move on quite quick, I'd hope so. But no, I'm not too sure. Nothing really too much to say on it.
I think it probably happens in a few places, but as Robbie said, I think you just move on straight away. I think we've been around it probably once or twice, but you move on and that's the end of it.
Excellent, thank you.
Robbie, how are you? You've been involved in huge weeks for Ireland across your Ireland career. How does this week compare? I understand it's very early and we have this match on Thursday first, but the focus on Monday and if we get the result we want, it could be another massive week for Ireland and for you as an Ireland player.
Yeah, definitely. I think in previous groups we've been in, we've always had good spells and then not so good spells throughout the group, but we always end up giving ourselves a great chance, which we have done now on Monday night. But no, it's just as big. It's a massive game, and it means a lot. It means a lot to all of us. It was so disappointing, obviously, the last time round, but we've put ourselves in a good spot now, and we'll be looking forward to coming away with a memorable and a hopefully historic result now come next week.
And from your own point of view, you've spoken there about being disappointed to have missed games in this campaign, but you've timed your return quite well in terms of how big this could be. And Mick did speak yesterday that he's going to give you some minutes on Thursday with a view, hopefully, if you perform well, to being involved in the game on Monday and hopefully playing a key role. So from that sense, you've probably timed your comeback quite well.
Yeah, obviously I would have loved to be here through every single game. It kills me when I'm not involved. So it just gives me that little bit of extra drive now this week to go and perform and hopefully get me name on the team sheet come the big game. But like you said, every game Thursday, and I'll be looking to impress and hopefully do enough to be in contention of a start.
I'm sure you've watched all the games that you haven't been involved in, whether that be on TV or maybe at the stadium for some of the home games. What have you made of the performances and the campaign overall?
I think it's been good. We started off brilliant. The final end games of the group were always going to be difficult if we were looking at them. But I thought we gave a good account of ourselves throughout the whole campaign. Maybe a couple of games not as good as others, but hopefully we can put it all right and put it together, and we'll all be pushing in the right direction, like I said, to go and give a good account of ourselves now Monday.
And you faced Denmark as Northern player quite often in the last couple of years as well. What's your memories of those fixtures that we've had against them, with hopefully another big one to come on Monday?
Well, obviously the last one was disappointing. We've had some good games, and they're a big, strong, physical team as well as having some players who can really play. But like I said, we'll be focusing on ourselves now. Well, I certainly don't want to feel the disappointment like I did the last time. But no, it's a good opportunity and a good chance for us to show what we're about, and hopefully we can all gel together and like I said, come up with a valuable result.
And for you, Alan, again, does it feel like a massive week as Northern footballer?
Yeah, because obviously what happened to me last time, I missed out on the Euros from injury wise, and to be this close now, it'd be great to get there. And if Robbie plays, to be honest with you, I just want us to get there. So I think that's why everybody's looking forward to it now.
And Mick did speak yesterday about the game on Thursday and the game on Monday, and maybe the teams being quite different, and didn't really answer if many players who play Thursday would have a chance to start on Monday if they impress. Is there a sense from training yesterday and from you guys' point of view, if you do perform well this weekend on Thursday, that there are places up for grabs for the Denmark game? Yeah,
I think so. If you go out there and perform well, you're putting yourself in the manager's thoughts, and that's down to us if we play. And if you perform, you just wait and see what happens.
Robbie, can I just ask you, you mentioned your disappointment in not being included last month. Did Mick explain his reasons to you for that?
Yeah, we had a chat. And obviously it's the manager's job at the end of the day. He needs to get a group of players he feels ready for the game. And with the lack of game time we had, it wasn't enough for the last couple of campaigns. So I've been doing all I can off the field, back at the club, and trying to get myself back to a point where I'm getting the show that I'm fit enough. So I'm back in this time, and delighted with that.
How frustrating is it being back at Burnley, trying to get yourself back in the team there? And is Sean Dyche the kind of manager you can talk to about that and what you're going through?
Yeah, it's obviously it's disappointing. Everyone wants to play. I don't like sitting around on the bench. I'm one that wants to play and give 100% every time I can. I feel as if I'm doing all I can off the pitch to be knocking on the door and showing that I'm fit and ready to play. But like I said, I'll have to just wait for my opportunity. Football can change quick, and hopefully it does in my case, and I'll get back in and I'm back in a run of games.
When it comes up to a big game like Mondays, does your mind inevitably go back to that night against Italy every time?
No, not really. Obviously, these games come few and far between. Like it's another big game. But again, we won't be taking it lightly. There's been games since like you said, that Italy game. There's been big games since that. But no, you don't really go back to one moment. It just sort of gear up and get ready, and please God, something good happens.
And Alan, how good is it to be meeting up in the team, in form, in a winning team as well? How much confidence does that give you?
It's good. It's great. All the lads are laughing and joking, and I think the most important thing is we like being around each other, and I think it shows with the way we play and with the way we are with each other. So every time we meet up, it's good to be here. Everybody wants to be around each other.
And for you personally, the manager has shown a willingness to turn to you at key moments in games. That must be a real boost for you as well.
Yeah, he's turned to me a few times in I think it was Switzerland and Denmark. Yeah, it's good, to be involved. Every player feels like they can contribute, and I felt like when the gaffers used me, I felt like I've contributed.
Hi, Robbie. Monday is an effective playoff against Denmark again. Have you found yourself in quiet moments thinking back to that 5-1 and maybe feeling that Monday is a chance to right a wrong?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime someone beats you and in that fashion, it's a great opportunity to sort of turn it around and I think just drill it into your head to make sure it doesn't happen again. But no, it's a different game, a different year, and a different squad of players. So we'll be all pushing for a better result this time.
Is that 5-1 talked about openly now is a chance to get revenge, or is it more kind of a quiet thing within yourselves?
No, I don't think so. Obviously, it's there. We've seen it happening, and some of us were there playing. But no, it's different circumstances. But another great opportunity, like I said, to put it right, and we've got an opportunity now to push ourselves onto the Euros. So if one game is the difference in doing that, then we'll be going full out for that one game.
Yeah, I'll stop looking back in a second. But Alan, what are your memories of that night? Because I guess you wouldn't come back from injury then. So
yeah, I was still injured at the moment. I was back in England watching the game. It was just, it's hard for when you're not playing. It was. I just felt for the lads really because I knew how much they put into the campaign. It was just one of those nights, and I think we move on. And I know everybody looks to what happened last time, but we're aiming to get to the Euro, so I don't really think what happened last time will be on our mind.
yeah. At the same time, it must be great for you to be in with a chance now. You're involved and you have a chance to directly influence this game on Monday.
Yeah. As I said, I came on the last game. I did okay. So just look forward to it. Everybody wants to play. I want to play. Robbie, anybody, but we all want to get to the Euro. So as long as we win, I don't mind.
Yeah. Robbie, how frustrating was it for you to have to watch those last two games last month on TV?
Yeah, it was hard. It's always hard when you're not watching. It's always hard when you're at home watching, knowing that you can't affect it. But like I said, I'm back here now. I can only do all I can to help the team and to try and push us forward. But it's very difficult to sit and watch.
Yeah, footballers sometimes talk about how they're very bad at watching games. Obviously, you can't influence it, so you get frustrated. Are you a bit like that?
Yeah.
Not kicking the cat or anything.
Huh?
Not kicking the cat or anything. It's not that bad.
No, I don't have a cat though. If I had a cat, give it a boo.
And my last question is just to get your impression of Troy Parrott coming into the squad for the first time. What are your early impressions of him?
Yeah, very good. Trained with him yesterday. Physicality, the size of him for a 17-year-old. He's a big lad, but he's come in with smiles on now. I think Jack Bourne has his arm around him, was looking after him a little bit. So
Who's got his
fun week for the two of them.
Who's got his arm around Jack, looking after Jack?
I know. The two of them are looking after each other. The two of them are in good form. No, it's exciting. It's exciting times. It's always good when a young lad comes in, but we do all we can to help him feel at home, and he seems to be settling in quite quick and good. So no, it's great to have him in. Great to have him in.
Did you kick ball with Jack at Kevin's, or did that overlap?
No, but I would have been around the club at the same time, so I would have seen quite a lot of Jack growing up, and Jack's a great lad as well, and he's playing some great football. He's had a great year, and he looked sharp in training, the same as Troy yesterday. So it'll be a good week and great to have the two lads in.
My last question is, Alan, your impressions of Troy early on?
Yeah, as Robbie said, physically he has very good movement. Yesterday he's seen that. He's got an eye for a goal already. He's seen it in training. So yeah, as I said, for a 17-year-old, doing brilliant.
Lads, how's it going? Alan, you were very honest on your assessment of your own performances, I suppose, this season for Ipswich. We spoke to Scott Hogan last month when he was in the camp. He said he was almost surprised to have been called up, given his form. How did you feel when you got the call?
I had a kind of a stop-start summer with a lot of things that were going on personally, and obviously the interest from one or two championship teams. So, it took me a little while to get my head around things. Obviously, I said personal reasons to stuff going on with my daughter. So, I feel like I'm on the end of that now. I'm getting back. But as I said, when I've come away with Ireland, I've always felt like I've done all right. So maybe that's the reason why. And as I said, I'm starting to get back into the groove now.
And just last quick one for me. You kind of touched on it earlier, but how important is it for you, because you missed out on Euro 2016 and you were in such good form leading up to that, is it for you, I suppose, to contribute to getting Ireland to Euro 2020?
Yeah, definitely. First, been on the mind, when the gaffer first brought me into the squad, I was thinking, great chance to get to the Euros. I feel like we've had a good campaign, and it's coming down to this game on Monday, and after missing 2016, I'd love nothing more to get there.
Anyone else? No? Cheers, lads. Thanks.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Thanks.